Hey guys, and welcome to the Save Continue podcast.
And right into it, huh?
Yeah.
Okay.
Every week together and talk about video games and video game related stuff. I'm Shanae Howard. This is Tommy Shelby.
Hey, guys, it's late. I'm very tired.
It is very late. I'm not tired, but this is Ryan Robinson.
Yes, that's me again. Once again. Hi.
And so yeah, we're just.
Did you say that you're Shanae Howard already?
Yeah, I did.
Okay.
So as far as like news stuff goes, we're a little bit later when we'll be releasing this, but Nintendo Direct recently happened like 5 days ago.
Was it that long ago? Shit.
Where have I been? Like, I feel like that was like 2 days ago.
Yeah, me too. My brain's broken anyway. I'm old.
Yeah, this doesn't say the date that it happened, but I think that was on the 4th.
Yeah, you're right. You're
What's
right.
today?
You're right.
The 8th.
What?
Well, it's after midnight, so it's...
Yeah. Oh, yeah. Save continue after dark.
So I realized for like
That's
the
how I got
past
beer.
6 or so episodes that I had added more bass to Ryan's voice than ours.
Yeah, because you want me to sound... I'm sexy.
So I evened us out. So hopefully we sound a little bit better.
Okay.
No, I want Basie Ryan.
Yeah.
He's still... He hasn't changed.
Yeah. I haven't changed at all.
His is the same.
Yeah.
I just changed you and me a bit.
Okay.
You guys are really changed, man.
Did you add bass to my voice?
Yes, a little bit.
Yes. Do more. Do the most bass. I just want to sound intimidating and like awesome.
Don't tell Tom how to do his job, man.
Yeah.
But yeah, no, so Nintendo Direct happened a couple
Let's
days
start
ago.
this over.
Tom, you do the...
I don't know, just play a sound effect. We'll be fine.
No sound effects.
Sure. We're not a morning zoo show.
It's too late for that.
They play sound effects in like after hour shows.
Man, Nintendo Direct. This it was a really good one.
What was so good about it?
A lot of good games shown, I thought.
Mm.
A lot of stuff announced.
I'm asking in earnest. I'm not being
Yeah,
not being an asshole.
They opened with Overwatch, which makes sense because it leaked.
Sure.
And I think a lot of people were probably excited about that. I always forget the name. Paladins? I think it's Paladins.
Yeah.
Just like very Overwatch-like that everybody was playing on Switch because they didn't have Overwatch. And now they have Overwatch.
Sucks for Paladins.
Yeah, fuck that game.
Yeah, fuck them.
I'm
just saying, if you're going to blatantly copy something, the way that Overwatch blatantly copied Team Fortress.
Sure.
At least do it better.
Yeah.
You be the best copy.
Sure.
Yeah.
Don't copy that floppy.
Sure.
Yeah, so that's pretty cool. We got a better look at Link's Awakening.
Mm-hmm.
We got some more Luigi's Mansion 3, which has 4v4 on one system, which is pretty cool.
Smash DLC.
Yeah, we got Terry Bogard.
Terry Bogart's cool, man.
What else? Xenoblade Remaster. Did you see the side-by-side that I tried to tag you in?
No, I didn't.
It's
What
like
did you tag me in on?
on Discord. It is like very noticeable. It is a big difference.
Shanae,
That's
you,
good.
might, you might want to
slight-
turn on your Discord notifications.
Yeah, it's
bud.
not like a slight up-res. Like, it is very different.
Oh, nice.
That was a Wii U?
It's a
game?
Wii game.
Wii game, okay.
Yeah. So yeah, a lot of cool stuff.
Yeah.
Right on, man.
More Sword and Shield stuff. More Animal Crossing stuff.
Hold on.
Power to the players.
We're missing the Sword and Shield stuff. They also announced for Sword and Shield 2 new Pokemon.
That stupid fucking teapot.
Yeah.
That lets you taste its drink. Oh, I don't want to taste your drink. God, man. Like,
What
I
the
feel
fuck
like
is going on with
Pokemon's
Pokemon?
getting hornier and hornier. I'm
Yeah.
like, I do not want to taste that thing's drink.
It's a little ghost thing in it that like the teapot is the shell, like a hermit crab, and then
I don't want to drink the crab's drink.
I'll take the crab
sauce.
juice.
The crab juice is better.
Yeah, it's fucking
And
gross.
and you come out the spout, or you can go up the
I-
top.
Well, I mean, it's bound to happen.
Yeah.
Pokemon is old as heck,
Yeah, drink it.
and they keep
Have a little drink.
sure, and they keep making more and more Pokemon. Eventually, some of them are gonna get gross.
Yeah, 2 in the pink, 1 in the drink.
And some of them are gonna get weird.
Yeah.
It can't be helped.
The
It's the
other one's
nature
a
of things.
The other one's a dodo bird.
That one looks cool. It spits fish at you.
I like that.
Yeah.
Yeah. Assassin's Creed Rebel Collection.
Looks more like a pelican than a dodo.
I feel like it looks like a dodo.
Yeah.
I've never seen a dodo, so I couldn't say.
I've seen pictures.
Anyway, what's up?
Deadly Premonition's getting a sequel.
Yeah, Deadly Premonition 2, and then they
What?
shadow dropped the first one.
Wait, hold on. Hold on. So Deadly Premonition, first Deadly Premonition is now on Switch.
Yep.
Okay, and that not only is that a thing, but Deadly Premonition is also getting a sequel.
What I haven't looked into
Yep.
is if it's sweary or not.
Okay.
Oh yeah. Tokyo Mirage Sessions Sharp FE.
I heard about that.
Yeah. So I'm psyched
So-
for that.
Also, Divinity Original Sin 2 is getting a definitive edition on the Switch.
Yeah,
Cool.
and you can carry your
game.
save back and forth.
Between Steam and Switch.
Yeah.
Whoa, that's cool.
Yeah,
I like
fucking
that.
rad.
That's really cool.
Nothing else that I was like really excited about.
Yeah, that's the major
That's
stuff.
that's the coolest thing I've heard.
Oh yeah, and then of course the Super Nintendo games.
Mm-hmm.
Got it.
Great games out the gate. And then it's just like, what are they going to do now? Like, I'm aware there are still great Super Nintendo games to
Sure.
be had, but so many of them are going to be locked
So
behind different
what
publishers.
games were they?
Give them the rundown, Shanae.
Brawl Brothers.
Okay.
Not so great. That's an old
Demon's Crest.
Jellicoe game. Demon's Crest is actually really good.
Okay.
Joe and Mac 2 Lost in the Tropics.
Still fun.
Yeah.
Kirby's Dream Land 3.
Ooh, I like the
Easy
curve.
but fun.
Star Fox.
Awesome.
Earth Defense Force or Super Earth Defense Force.
So it's like a horizontally scrolling shooter, I believe.
Okay. Are there bugs?
No.
Dubious.
Super Mario Kart, Super Mario World 2, Yoshi's Island, Super Puyo Puyo 2. I saw that and I was like, oh, I bet Tom's excited about that.
The exciting thing about that one is that was previously a Japan exclusive. So that's cool.
Super Tennis, Breath of Fire,
Super
Cool.
Tennis is actually really good.
I like Breath of Fire.
F-Zero,
Okay.
Kirby's Dream Course,
Okay.
Pilot Wings, because they just love bringing that game out.
Okay, I love Pilot Wings.
Yeah.
I love Pilot
I would
Wings.
always do the skydiving part.
But they brought it on a lot of their consoles. Like
Not that version. Not the original Pilot Wings.
I mean, fair.
There was Pilot Wings 64, which was a launch title for 64, one of two.
Yeah.
There was Pilot Wings Resort, which was a launch title for the 3DS, which
There you
was beautiful. Love that game.
Mwah.
It needs two mois.
Sure.
I'm psyched for Pilot Wings.
Stunt Race FX.
Yeah. So
Oh,
interesting
cool.
thing
I love
about-
that game.
Interesting thing about Stunt Race FX and Star Fox is like, all these games are run through emulation,
Sure.
and those two games have proven difficult to emulate.
Right.
Yeah.
So you have to be a Switch Online member, and they are gonna have SNES controllers for $30. By the way, the other games are Super Ghouls and Ghost, Super Mario World, Super Metroid, Super Soccer,
Link to the Past.
and Legend of Zelda: Link to the Past.
Man,
A lot of supers.
yikes.
A lot of
would've-
great games.
I really would have held off some of those.
Well,
I
see,
want to give a real good slow burn.
Well, here's the thing, right? Like, one, my annual Switch online account, I haven't paid for yet
Sure.
because my gold coins pay for it most of the time.
Yeah, I finally just got my first charge for it.
Yeah, and two, like, while the online isn't that great, $20 a year and you're getting all those fucking games, it's worth it just for that.
Yeah. I got 20 shekels I could
Yeah.
put down for that.
I love it.
But yeah. It was super good. I didn't get it. I wasn't able to watch it, but I did look at the highlights and stuff later, and I was like, man, this is a lot.
Shanae, out of curiosity, did you play Tokyo Mirage Sessions?
No, I didn't.
Okay.
I
Because you're the only one of the three of us that ever owned a Wii U. So I thought that maybe you would have.
I honestly didn't buy like a super. I mean, I don't buy a lot of games in
Right.
general.
Right. Nobody bought a lot of Wii U games, don't worry.
Sure, that was the problem.
So I didn't buy that. I mainly played a lot of.
They should just be happy you bought the console at all.
Sure.
Really.
Yeah.
They should be They should have paid you.
Yeah.
Yeah, and I bought it late too. Like a dum-dum. But I mainly played Pokken, Xenoblade Chronicles, and Breath of the Wild on it.
Yeah. I want one now. Now I want a Wii U.
Mine's just sitting in a drawer
Yeah.
with no use. So if you want to borrow it,
Absolutely, because you play Wii games. On that
Hold
bitch.
on, Tom.
You play
Hold
GameCube
on.
on that
Don't
bitch?
don't enter that arrangement just yet because you borrow the Wii U.
Yeah.
Then at some point, Devil's gonna come knocking, asking about that Vita.
Oh, sure. Well,
So-
that's a fair trade. We'll see.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I just brokered a deal for you, Shanae. You're welcome.
Yeah, no, I was like, man, Ryan, that was super smooth. Appreciate it.
Yeah, I don't know why I assumed you would have played that, but I'm excited for that one.
So what is Tokyo Mirage Sessions exactly?
So that was the one that was initially announced as Fire Emblem Cross SMT.
That sounds cool.
So Tokyo Mirage Sessions, right? TMS, SMT backwards.
Sure.
Sharp FE,
Oh.
Fire Emblem.
Yeah. Well, that sounds cool.
Yeah.
Yeah, I wonder if it's cool in practice.
Oh, it will be.
Yeah.
Yeah, so what have y'all been playing?
So much.
Tom, lay it down.
I've played so many games since we last talked.
Okay.
So I started off, I bought Power Rangers Battle for the Grid.
Great fucking game, by the way.
Yeah, so I was hesitant with this game because, like, it's obviously a budget game, which they only charge you $20 for it, you know. It looks pretty bad, you know. I'm not a Power Rangers fan. I never have been. Like, the closest to Power Rangers fan I've ever been is Persona 4. And, like, but, like, because of the people who made it, so Clockwork was the gameplay director. For those that don't know, he was a Marvel 3 player. Justin Wong balanced the game. Also, probably the greatest Marvel player
Of all time.
Even I've heard of him.
Yeah, so, like, I was going into it expecting it to be Marvel. And I'm like, that's all I want.
Sure.
Just give me another Marvel-type game. I've been trying to play more fighting games that focus on OTG. This is not at all what this is. But that said, still extremely good. Very, very fun.
Awesome.
Yeah, so played quite a bit of that. And what's interesting about it is, like, it's this budget game that's not selling incredibly well, and they're supporting the fuck out of it into the foreseeable future. More content coming, more content coming, and, like, why the fuck can't some of these big companies why can't the number one selling game of 2019 do that? You know,
Sure.
So, yeah, shout out to Power Rangers.
So Tom and I, we mentioned this on the show before, but we try to get together every week and play some fighting games. And I think it was last weekend that I came over and he showed me that game.
Yeah.
And I wasn't sure what I was expecting. One, I wasn't expecting it to be a tag fighter at all.
Yeah.
But that game feels really good.
Combos are super easy. Like, combos are you could just be super creative.
Yeah. There's a lot of flexibility in there. The only thing about it is, so when you lose one of the guys on your team, you can call in your Megazord.
Right.
So you have 2 Megazords and Giant Goldar.
Nice.
And it would be really cool if as part of supporting that game, they added a few more of those.
And I'm sure that they will. But, like, they've added 6 characters since launch, right? Only 3 of which that they charge people for.
Yeah.
You know?
Yeah.
Which is awesome. And, like, they're continuing to add more characters. They need more stages.
Yeah.
You know, but, like, for $20, like, you can't get it.
There's a lot there for what you pay.
Like, I've played some pretty unbalanced games for $20.
Yeah.
Well, Tom has a theory, not a theory, but
I have a new way of thinking about
balance.
balancing in fighting games and competitive games in general. Not all of them, but for most of them. In that, like, I used to care so much about balance, and I preferred fighting games with smaller rosters because they were easier to balance, right? Rather than Marvel 2, which has like fucking 60 characters.
Gotta take it
You know, but then, like, I started thinking about it, and one, I think if you are going to attempt to balance, you should always balance up, never nerf, always buff, which is hard to do. That's a lot of fucking work, right? But then,
no pain, no gains.
my other way of thinking is, like, why even bother balancing? Like, because, like, if you and I are playing a fighting game today, right? And I pick the most busted ass character,
Oh, you're still gonna kick my ass.
you have the ability to pick that same busted ass character. You know, we're on even footing because we can pick whatever character we want. So, fuck balance.
Yeah.
That's how I'm living now.
Sure. Seems to
Chaos
be
all the time.
It seems to be serving you well, so keep it up.
Does anybody else want to go, or should I just continue?
Keep going, Tom. I want to hear it.
Persona 5, I finally started. Finally.
Yeah.
Cool, man.
I've been excited.
Around the time you started, I restarted.
Yeah.
So that's cool.
I'm about a dozen hours in. I beat the first dungeon, and I like it a lot. There are a lot of really great things about it. A lot of callbacks to like old Persona games, like Persona 2 especially. In that, like in Persona 3 and Persona 4, you couldn't talk to, what did they call them in those games? Like shadows?
Shadows, yeah.
Right? And now they're demons again, which like they were demons in the first 2 games, then they were shadows. So now they're demons again. Callback. I don't know if Joker is supposed to be a callback. It's obviously not the same Joker.
Did you ever look into that?
No, I didn't.
Okay.
But like, I know it's not the same character.
Sure,
I just don't know if
sure.
there's like some sort of tie there or not.
It's his father.
No.
He's Joker Jr.
But like talking to the enemies hasn't been a thing since Persona 2. You know.
Yeah.
So that's all pretty interesting.
Yeah, I really like that aspect where you can like bargain with them and stuff.
Yeah, totally. It's totally cool. I don't like the style of the game as much as I like 3 and 4. I don't like the music as much as I like 3 and 4.
Sure.
Really?
I don't like the characters as much as I like 3 and 4.
I really like the music in 3 a lot more than I like 5.
Yeah, and I am always going to prefer 4, but that said, like literally almost everything else is better about the game.
Have you done the thing where you push the touchpad to see what other players have done?
So I didn't know that was a thing.
I didn't know that was a thing.
Until it was like not that important for me, right? Because like what I found out afterwards is like when you're in class and you have to answer a question, you can push that to see what most people pick.
Oh yeah,
and oftentimes that's the correct answer.
Sure.
Yeah, I've seen that.
I didn't know that until it was too late and I made a fool of myself in front of the class.
A fool.
I don't want to Google it the first time through. But yeah, I noticed it afterwards, and it was just like, what did most people do on this day?
Sure. Yeah.
Most people went and fucking took the treasure. You know. Okay, great. Obviously made with the Catherine engine, which like holds up. You know, holds up surprisingly well. The traversal is not as fun as like the trailers would have you believe.
Yeah.
But that said, like
Fair.
compared to Persona 3 and 4 dungeons, it's a big step up.
Yeah.
You know?
Yeah.
It's a lot of fun.
I like when you do the railways and little cat guy turns into a car.
I have not done that yet.
Spoilers,
Oh.
Shanae.
No, I know about it. It's just like a dungeon you can go grind in, right?
Yeah.
Yeah.
Mementos.
Memento. Yeah, that's what it is.
And I do like that it's like separate dungeons.
Yeah.
You know, because
Yeah.
like in Persona 3, it is literally
Like
one
just
dungeon.
It's
you
like
know?
it's just you're just in the school all the time.
So that's pretty cool.
I like the variety of like locations.
Mm.
I think they're all like really nice. Like I can't say like think of one that was just like fuck, I'm here again.
Yeah. Well, I don't know. So far, I like it a lot. It's a bit darker than Persona's been in a long time.
Yeah, it opens on a really that first villain Kamoshida.
Yeah.
Like that whole thing is just like really.
Yeah.
Ugh.
Ugh.
Does it get much better?
Yeah.
You know, and like Persona 4, you know, revolves around a series of murders and stuff like that, which is pretty dark. But like Persona 4 feels so much more lighthearted.
Sure.
You know, which I really like.
Well, yeah. Yeah.
It's also just like a different kind of fucked up if you just kill somebody or if you like torture somebody.
Well, and Persona 4, I like the rural setting a lot better.
Yeah.
I can feel that.
But yeah, it's great. It's a lot of fun, and I'm happy to continue with it. But it's on hold right now because I'm playing Control.
Cool, man. Talk about
Control is fucking awesome.
Speak on it.
I don't know what it is.
Control is Remedy's latest game. I've been excited for it since I heard
What else has
about
Remedy
it.
made?
Max Payne,
Max Payne 1 and 2.
Alan Wake,
Okay.
Quantum
Break.
Quantum Break, yeah.
Okay.
Which all take place in the shared universe, but you don't have to play one to understand the other or anything like that.
Got you.
I like the shared universe crap.
Yeah, I know it's a fun Easter egg if you follow. Yeah. No, I like that.
And I finally started finding some of that in Control.
So yeah, what is it?
So it's a third-person action game, as most of their games are.
Okay.
I feel like giving away. It's hard not to spoil the game. I feel like everything's a spoiler in that the game just like drops you in with no explanation, and like little by little you start
Just
just
give her the premise.
You start getting control.
So there's the Federal Bureau of Control, which is there to like do scientific research and control these like different paranormal happenings.
So is this like a fictional universe, or is this like kind of supposed to be like somewhat based in reality?
No, it's not based in reality at all, Sinead.
Unless you believe in ghosts.
Well, I know, like I said, somewhat based. Like I'm trying to.
Or you're asking if there's a Federal Bureau of Control.
Right.
No, basically when I'm trying not to be on my phone as much, so I'm trying to like
good.
I want to like see what it looks like, so I need a better description.
It looks like it's trying to be photorealistic. It's attempting to be photorealistic.
The Oldest House.
Yeah, the building's called the Oldest House.
That's a cool name.
It's fucking rad. It's like this shifting building. It's just really fucking cool. Great environment for a Metroidvania. If you don't think this is a Metroidvania, you're an idiot. It is. Don't have to be 2D to be a Metroidvania.
And Sean knows a thing or two about Metroidvanias.
But like, so you're this lady, Jessie Faden, and you're there, and you don't know why you're there at first. Spoilers. You learn this very early. You're there looking for your brother. Anyways, the game is riddled with technical issues. It's got a lot of technical issues, right?
Example, please.
The map loads incorrectly and poorly. Textures take like 5 seconds to pop in sometimes for like signs that you need to read, you know? Combat, if there's more than a few enemies, slows to a crawl. None of that matters. It is so good you won't give a shit about that.
Okay.
Yeah.
How much is it?
$60.
Yeah, it's a brand new game.
And it is easily worth it.
I'd like to see how that game runs on a pro.
Oh, I want to see how it runs on PC because apparently it is the best example of ray tracing.
What's ray tracing?
Ray tracing is like, it's almost, think like 3D mapping for like realistic lighting and sound.
Okay.
Right? So like seeing your character's reflection in something that's not a mirror, right? Like things of that nature.
Gotcha.
Yeah. Apparently it is like the best example of that has existed so far.
Okay.
On a PlayStation, you're not going to see that, and that's what I'm playing on.
Never.
Not once.
Nope.
But it's worth it. Like, it doesn't matter. I don't care that it runs like crap, you know? Like, I'm still having a blast with it.
You also get, like, superpowers.
Yeah, you get these weird superpowers.
Man.
Like, you know...
After we do this, you should watch the trailer for that game.
Yeah, no, I really want to now.
Yeah, you have this weapon, this weird gun that, like, changes shapes into different guns. Mm-hmm. And... you like constantly feel like super powerful, and it's really awesome.
I really like that.
It's just so good, and their method of storytelling is so good, and the acting is believable.
Remedy does some good storytelling, man.
Yeah,
it's
they do.
Great stuff.
And the tie-in with the rest of their games is phenomenal.
They're really good at doing like that, telling stories that are just like strange and like out of the ordinary.
Well, it's weird fiction, right?
Yeah.
And they thrive on that. And one of my favorite genres. So weird fiction is like, you know, if you're into like fucking Black Mirror and that type of shit, right?
Yeah, the only Remedy game I've played some of, I never finished it, was Alan Wake.
Yeah. So this actually started as an Alan Wake game.
Okay.
But quickly shifted. But yeah, it's phenomenal. Buy it, play it. It might be my favorite game this year. I haven't finished it yet. So I was telling Ryan, maybe the end will just ruin it for me.
Yeah.
But so far, I'm loving it.
I doubt it.
Yeah. I'm about halfway through.
Sure. You been playing anything else, Tom?
I mean, this and that, but nothing significant. Like, those are the 3 big ones. Yeah.
Okay.
Mine's pretty quick, as per usual. This one I am going to look at my phone because I forgot the exact title of the game.
Doom RPG?
You know you can play that on your phone?
I've been playing Rebirth Fallen Hero.
Oh, you got Donut County on that bitch.
Oh yeah, I still do. And it's been a game that like
I'm sorry. What? Give me the title again, one more time.
Rebirth Fallen Hero.
Okay.
So it's almost like a visual novel, but more game to it. I've been talking to some, like I've mentioned before, like I work with some people that are younger than I am. Like some that are like
12.
Some that are like 21, 22. And so when I talked,
That's barely younger than you, Shanae.
like I'm barely younger than you guys. Oh, nah, not the point. So, and like they've been,
I'm about to be 36
This month, actually. Happy birthday, Tom.
next week, as a matter of fact.
Yeah.
Sorry,
Shanae.
I'm just falling
sorry.
apart here.
Sorry, it's just we don't know how much time
happy
we
on
have
birthday.
we don't know how much time we have left with Tom, so
Yeah.
Yeah, so they've been so I've been like on a team with them. So they've been
In the game?
no
Oh.
in like at work.
Okay.
And so they've just been like really interesting because like they've been teaching me new slang that kids have been using.
Okay, give me one. Give me one.
I still don't no. They've been teaching to me. Do I know how to use it? No.
well, just spit the words out.
Yeah.
Like slap means good in some capacity.
Oh yeah, I know that.
That's
one.
not really new.
Yeah,
I don't know these things.
that track slaps.
Yeah.
I don't
I'm going to slap you.
No, not that
Oh.
one, Tom.
no. Like
Sorry.
something
Sorry.
good happened and they said slap.
Yeah.
Oh, I haven't heard it used that way.
Yeah, I was like
Hear that snap?
Hear that clap? Hear that slap?
I still don't know how to properly use yeet.
Don't. You don't need to. That's fucking
I do enjoy that one though because it's always used to humorous effect.
Yeah. My kids use that one.
Yeet.
Like I don't know when to use it. I don't know the appropriate times.
I'll ask Bailey to teach you.
Yeah.
Thank you.
She'll teach you how to yeet.
But they've also just like they're like a subset like or like group of nerds or geeks that I've never really talked to a lot. And so they play like the chibi MMO games that are like on like browser based ones.
Like Maple Story?
I don't know. But they've been like telling me about them and like how they kind of play video games. So it's been super interesting and I've been looking into some of those. But this is one they recommended to me because I told them I liked Atomi games.
Okay, tell us about the youngins.
Well, I was gonna talk about the game.
Okay.
That's
What are the youngins playing?
That's a good name for a game though. The youngins.
Yeah.
Rebirth Fallen Hero.
Yeah.
So basically, you are playing as like an anti-hero, like villain kind of character, and
Sure.
and like
You've been reborn.
well, you usually kind of start as a villain and then like become a hero thing. So that's kind of fun because you can like name it, and it is like where like you're pushing the story, but there's also like,
Well, I'm sorry. You can name what?
like your
The
your
fallen
villain,
hero, Tom.
like your
Oh.
villain. That
Okay.
uh.
I mean, you can do that in Zelda too.
Wait, hold on, Shanae. So when they say fallen hero, they mean so you're the bad guy in this game.
You were a bad guy. You were still seen as a bad guy. You don't have to do bad guy stuff.
Yeah. Just because you are a bad guy.
Does not mean you are a bad guy.
Right.
Zangief said that.
Yeah.
He's the baddest of guys.
Yeah.
So I've been playing that. I was on my next days off. I was gonna be playing some of the Super Nintendo games.
Fuck yeah, you are. Yoshi's Island, here I come.
Yeah, it's a good game. I like that game. Kayla's real good at that game.
She's phenomenal at that game.
I recently replayed Florence.
Nice.
Yeah, I enjoy that game.
Ryan talked about that a couple episodes ago.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah. Someone was just talking about sad boy games, and I was like, oh, I got one.
Yeah.
I recommended it, and I was like, man, I haven't played in a hot minute. I'm gonna play it again.
I think I'm good with one playthrough on that.
Yeah.
It's been months since I've played it, so it was really nice revisiting it.
Yeah.
And I tried specifically to do things different than last time I played it, like speeds of things and seeing if I can get any sort of different kind of
It still ends the same.
like. Oh, I know it's still the same, but any different little like small animation things.
Sure.
And yeah, so that was fun.
Cool.
I have put in about like 11 hours now into Red Dead Redemption.
How do you feel about it so far?
Meh.
You don't like
I felt
Arthur?
the same way.
You don't like Arthur?
It's a hard.
You have faith with an Arthur?
Meh.
I totally get like why people love it.
Oh, I do
I
too.
completely understand, and it is a gorgeous fucking game.
Could not get into it.
But yeah, me neither.
You know, it's funny, for as wide of an audience as that game's supposed to have, I also feel like it appeals to a very specific kind of person.
Yeah.
Because even I'm someone who I loved all 150 hours I spent with that campaign, and like I could see why like aspects of playing that game would turn people off.
Yeah.
I don't know. I just never felt. I know this is weird to say because of like. That's one thing people praise about it. I just could not get engaged to it. I just could not care what I was doing. And I'm on like new like ADD medication, so like I've been like my focus has been a lot better, and I still cannot focus on that game.
It's not for you.
Yeah, you know,
Like the cutscenes are just so long sometimes, and I'm just like, fuck, man.
It's okay to
don't
dip
ever play
out,
Metal
you
Gear
know?
Solid.
What?
If she doesn't like long cutscenes, don't stay away from it.
Solid's
like-
fine. It's for 4, it's a problem.
All right, so
10
many
minutes.
unnecessarily long cutscenes.
I think that it should. I think that that's the thing too. Is that like, I think that there are a lot of things that people try to get themselves to like because they feel like they're supposed to like them for one
it's
reason or
because
another.
like, there's a lot of positives.
Yeah, but like it's okay not to like things.
Yeah,
You know?
that's why I was just gonna give it a try. I was
Yeah.
like, you know what? If I
Let
don't,
me tell you this, Shanae. You gave that game more of a chance than I did.
Yeah, and I gave him that game, and he refuses to play it.
I bought it
Which is fine,
as a
'cause-
birthday present for Berto.
Well, Ryan got it for free anyway.
Oh no, I bought it as a birthday present for Berto, and he
not-
never played it.
The point,
Yeah.
Tom.
Well,
It's not.
I mean, maybe next time you give me a good game.
Sure. To be fair, Tom's never given me a stinker, so I guess I owe him one.
Yeah.
That's because you are grateful and appreciative when your friends buy you stuff, so you like it.
I think Tom's plenty grateful. I just think that the only reason I gave him that game is because he seemed really excited pre-release of that game.
Yeah, I was interested. I'd rather play the first one.
Yeah.
Yeah, so I'm just done with that one.
I don't blame you.
Yeah. Cool.
Sell it
Yeah. Right now.
as soon as you can
Yeah.
while it's still worth something.
Yeah. I want to wait on that.
Well, I mean, it's Berto's game technically, so
He's not going to touch
Is
it.
he playing it?
no, he ain't going to.
Sell it.
Yeah.
It's been almost a year and he hasn't touched it.
Sure.
Yeah.
We still talking about the game?
No, I'm done.
Okay.
It's your turn now.
Oh, see, he made a joke there.
Yeah. You missed it.
Oh, are you done?
Dead bedrooms.
Yeah.
That's
Yeah. Man, it's funny because like that's one of those games that actually none of my friends is really into. Like I know there are plenty of people that I've heard say that like talk about how much they like that game, but none of my friends actually like that game.
I like a lot of things about that game, but I don't want to play it.
I appreciate how pretty and the work that was put into it.
Sure.
Meh.
And those horse nards.
Yeah.
Those are some good horse nards. In
The
fact,
best.
yeah, well, I maybe by default because I've never seen horse nards in another game. So,
I haven't been playing there. I mean, were there any in my my horse prints?
You tell us.
yeah, Shanae.
I mean, it's on your phone. It wasn't ever on mine.
I don't believe that.
I don't believe that for a second. That sounds more like a Shanae game.
Yeah.
I just played it.
Sure.
Killed it.
You're the only one of us that's played it, so.
Now I romanced
Yeah,
the
chop
shit
those
out of that
fucking
horse.
onions.
Sure.
I recently told someone about that episode, so I went and watched a little bit of it.
Wasn't that the episode that, like, I feel like it was you that told me that, like, that was the first episode that your dad saw?
Oh, I think, no, my dad wanted to see some episodes, and I told him not to watch that one.
Oh, so naturally he watched that one.
No, he did not. I told him not to, and I was
I
like,
feel like if my kid told me not to look at an episode that they were on, I would look at it.
Yeah.
well, I told him why, and I was like, yeah, it's like they made me play a romance game where it's like a horse the guy
We
saves.
made you do it. We made you do it. Look, Shanae. Look, listen, Shanae. If you don't want to be here, you don't gotta be here. We don't
Don't
force you.
act like that game isn't
Yeah.
right up your alley.
Yeah, we don't force you to do anything that you don't want to do.
The entire
Okay.
time I kept saying I hate it.
Don't act like your favorite games aren't exactly like that.
Sure.
They're not horses I romance.
Okay, but if you take the horse out of the equation,
Yeah,
He had a man's face.
yeah, and all those games that you like, there's just plenty of men's faces in them. So
no, it had a horse body. Everyone else saw him
cooked.
as a horse.
yeah,
The farmer
Every
guy
woman's
had
dream.
a potato nose. Like no,
I forgot about that farm guy though.
yeah,
He
yeah,
looked like a Shin-Chan character, man.
sure.
he did. And
Yeah.
like when you chop the onions, the head went back and forth like a teeter-totter.
Yeah, on the neck. The horses got long necks.
Sure.
But no, I told my dad why, and I was like, yeah, like you don't enjoy that humor, you're not gonna like it.
Yeah, I liked it.
Yeah, I had a good time.
That game turned me on to horses.
Sure,
Okay,
that
that's
makes
fine.
sense.
Ryan,
Yes, sir.
what you got?
Okay, so I guess I'll just start with the most recent. What's today? The 8th. So a couple of days ago, Monster Hunter World Iceborne came out. It's the expansion to Monster Hunter World, and it basically added a bunch of new gameplay elements, more monsters, new icy, snowy environment, and I've been having a blast with it. So one thing that they've done is that all the weapons in the game they've expanded the moveset for every weapon in the game. They've also made sure to, on certain weapons, include the use of because in Monster Hunter World you have like a wrist like slingshot thing. So they've kind of increased the focus of that in the gameplay. So for example, there's a weapon in the game called the Great Sword, and basically like in mid combo, like you swing your sword, and then mid combo you can, like, if you have ammunition in your slingshot, you can fire it at the monster and then continue the combo that way. And if you have the right kind of ammo in your slingshot, like you could cause a monster to stagger, and like you get a few more frames to get more hits in.
Yeah.
But they've also made it so that you can fire a grappling claw to like hook onto the monster, and then so you can latch onto the monster and like do some attacks to like either weaken its hide to make it suffer more damage, or if you're using or depending on the weapon you're using, it also cause it to drop ammunition for your slingshot, and that you and your party members can pick up.
Right.
They've rebalanced the multiplayer gameplay. So basically, you know how like games like Diablo or Borderlands, like the more players you have in your party, then like the enemies scale up along with the rewards, like depending on how many people you have. So it had been before that if you have if it's just you, then monsters were balanced for one player. But if it's any more than that, then the monsters were automatically scaled for 4 players. So even if it was just you and one other person, then the monster is balanced for 4 people.
That's not how it was at launch.
Yeah, it was.
No, man. Like, there's a whole article on it. Like, at launch, basically, like, because they deduced that playing Monster Hunter World at launch with 2 players was, like, the easiest way to play because of the balancing.
Okay, so as far as everything that I've ever read, and as far in my time with the game, it had always been balanced for 4 players, no matter how many players you had. So they made sure to give balancing specifically for the number of players that you have now. So if you only have 2 people, then the monster is balanced for just 2 people. You have 3 people, the monster is now balanced for 3 people.
What about 17?
You can only have up to 4.
Oh,
so,
fuck that shit.
Yeah.
It's all of us or none of us.
Yeah. So, but one of the most impressive things is like the new environment is just, it's fantastic. I like, visually speaking, it's just really great to look at. Like, it's got like, I never really cared this much about this sort of thing, but it's got the best snow I've ever seen in a video game.
Well, let me ask you about this, okay?
Is that sweet powder?
'Cause when I see snow
powder.
environments
Sure.
in video games, from one to the next, they're usually pretty samey.
Mm-hmm.
What sets this one apart? What makes this better than the fucking Horizon Zero Dawn or like whatever else?
I can't really speak to what would set it apart.
Yeah.
I can just speak to it's the best I've seen. Well, no, Red Dead Redemption 2 had some pretty good snow in it, but
It's all right. It was meh.
But it's just, and it's really like there's this new monster who I don't know if you guys have looked at any of like the Iceborne trailers or anything, but
Nope.
there is
I've seen way too much of it actually.
Okay,
Yeah.
cool. So then
I mean, I can't tell you what the monsters are called, but I've seen a lot of them.
Okay, well there's a monster that has these two really big horns on his head, and he can use it to like scoop up like boulders and like scoop up the ground when he charges you and everything, and it just looks really cool. And it
2 scoops.
Yeah, he's got two. Well, not necessarily. It's one scoop.
Okay.
It's just one scoop.
Okay.
So because the 2 horns make 1 scoop.
Okay. Sure.
Yeah.
But like these monsters like behave like differently than any monsters that they've released before, and like they're just really fun to fight. I didn't think that like I knew I was expecting like more out of this expansion, but I didn't expect to enjoy it as much as I am.
Yeah.
So it's been really, it's like rediscovering like how to play like all the weapons now. It's just like it's really cool.
I mean, Capcom was saying for months like expect a whole game's worth of content.
Yeah. So this thing came out at about it's $40. Which when they first announced it, they didn't announce the price, so I was like wondering how much it was going to be.
Yeah.
But I also, of course, not knowing the price, I was like, well, how much is this going to have? Is it just going to be a new area?
Right.
So, but I saw that it was $40, and I was just like, when I saw that price point, I was like, there's going to be a lot of shit in here, and it feels like a whole extra game, which is it's really honestly like playing, because it comes with like it's a new area, new monsters, a whole other campaign if if that's something that if you want more story to go along with it. I just been kind of having a blast with it. So, and also it has a whole set of separate trophies. Like you have the Monster Hunter World trophies,
Yeah.
and then you have this trophies, but it's like 2 separate platinums, which I've never seen that before. I've never seen a game have the platinum and then its DLC also have its own platinum. I've never seen that before.
Let us know, Corey. Let us know.
Yeah.
Yeah, Corey.
So it's going to be another 500 hours that I sink into Monster Hunter World now.
I mean, that's good though, right?
Yeah, because I feel like if there's any game this generation that has given me like my money's worth and then some, it's got to be Monster Hunter World.
Right.
Without a doubt.
Well, even
I was watching Ab stream earlier today. He was quite jealous that you're getting to play that because he's playing on PC. They got to wait a while.
Well, Abs, I can tell you that wait will be well worth it. You're going to have a great time.
Yeah, move over, Dauntless.
Yeah.
Right?
Sure.
Right?
Yeah, like Dauntless is, it's fine.
People like that for a week.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah, it's fine in a world where Monster Hunter.
Nah, move over,
World
Dauntless.
Sure, yeah, move over, Dauntless. Say goodnight, Dauntless.
Yeah.
This game is the Dauntless killer.
Sure.
So got to also play some newer stuff. I was telling Tom before you got here, Sinead, that I checked out the demo for Code Vein. It's kind of what people are calling like anime Dark Souls. And
People like both those things.
yeah, people like anime, people like Dark Souls. It's like
Peanut butter and chocolate.
sure, but it's really more like peanut butter on your pizza.
it's more like chocolate and mango. The vegetable.
Don't be fucking gross on the internet.
What are
Sinead.
you doing? Anyway,
Mango is a fruit.
Jesus Christ. Anyway, it's ruined my night. But no, it's just I was when I saw like when the game was first announced, like I was really interested.
It looks cool.
Yeah. And it just does not feel good to play.
The general consensus is Code Vein bad. So
And like
I mean, it's not out yet, so like
Yeah,
don't judge
and,
it yet, But
like
yeah.
I'm not gonna like I don't have like obviously I haven't played the full game yet, but based on
Right.
that demo, I'm just like I was going to buy that game. I was sure I was gonna buy that game when it came out, but spending time with the demo, I just not into it. Like the combat just doesn't feel like. I guess like when you compare a game to a game like Dark Souls, like one of the things that I expect is like the combat to have some kind of like real weight to it, and it just feels like it just doesn't feel like there's no impact to anything to any of your attacks or anything.
Yeah.
There's a lot of cool concepts at work there. Like the weapon types seem really cool. Like I found a it was like a rifle with a bayonet on it, and I could swing the bayonet and I could combo into shooting the rifle, which sounds cool, but like in practice it just didn't feel like it wasn't satisfying to do. What's up?
Oh no, I was trying to I'm dying.
Sure.
I'd like to see the credits for that game.
Yeah.
Because like you may or may not notice that like combat heavy like action based games typically go one of two ways. They have a gameplay director.
Yeah.
Or they'll have a gameplay director and a combat director.
Yeah.
And then those that have a combat director are typically better for it.
Yeah, and I'm kind of on the fence about it at this point. Like I'm like where it was going to be, a day one purchase for me.
Yeah.
I'm kind of now going to sit back and wait and see if.
There's like 1,000 other games coming out.
Yeah, and that's another thing too. It's just like do I need more video games?
Yes,
but I'm probably I realize that I've got a lot of video games and I should probably finish those. But but the new games are so fun to buy.
You go.
So
all right.
I just like why
We're getting to the good time of the year.
Sure. Yeah, so I'm disappointed in that, but
you got Christmas coming?
Sure.
You got your birthday coming?
Oh yeah, here we go.
You never know.
Yeah. That's like 2 Christmases.
Yeah.
Playing more of that Remnant from the Ashes.
That looked the little bit I saw you playing that, like it looked cool. Like visually, just the visuals I like the look of.
That game is really neat.
And recently I've heard that there's more than just tree monsters.
Yeah, I've seen more than just tree monsters.
Yeah. Are they bush monsters? Because that's very similar.
Yeah.
Smaller tree.
Yeah.
Sure. A bush is technically a smaller tree. That's correct, shit. No, the game is actually really cool. It really shines though in multiplayer. Like it's just like the game there's a lot of gameplay mechanics that like a lot of bonuses that you get for playing multiplayer. Like you get better like weapons and like you have also like passive bonuses like healing like passives and experience passives and stuff like that. So I've been having a lot of fun with that. Like the gameplay, it just feels like on the opposite side of the coin from Code Vein, like the combat like feels like like you don't like when I hear Dark Souls with guns.
Yeah.
I don't expect the guns to be very good. I just don't because that's just not what I've known like that kind of game to be, because it's always like every game that I've ever heard described as a Souls-like or any variation of that is usually melee focused.
Right.
So, but this the game feel like the gunplay feels really good and it's actually like really satisfying. But
I don't know why every time I see that game, and they don't look alike at all, but it reminds me of Stranger's Wrath, and I don't know why that is.
The trench coats.
Maybe
it's the trench coats.
Yeah.
Which is funny because related to that, like I just recently for no reason changed my PlayStation theme to the new and tasty.
Oh, the free one they gave out.
Yeah.
Yeah. Well,
yeah. Yeah, and obviously I'm just playing a shitload of Mortal Kombat.
Yeah. Well, you were talking before Sinead got here. You feel like you're making some improvement there.
I do, and I think a lot of it is just like, I don't want to get too far into the weeds with this, but I had always maintained that I'm just not, in general, I'm not good at video games. I just enjoy playing them. But for the first time, I think in ever, I actually feel good at I'm good at a video game. And that's been a huge driving force for me, play my motivation to play, aside from it being being a fun video game, I'm enjoying watching myself improve and everything. So
I said it before, I'll say it again.
Mm-hmm.
You are good at River City Ransom. You are good at that game.
I don't think
You
that
are
I'm good. I
also
just
good at
know
the game.
a lot about it.
No, you're good at that game.
Okay.
Knowledge helps
power.
at being good at a game.
In that particular game, yes, knowledge is
Right.
is like
Sure.
one of the key things to being good at that game. Like when we played together like 2 years ago at
Yeah.
I love Very City Ransom, and I did not have that map memorized as well as you did.
Yeah.
You just never forget that, like, when you want to save your girlfriend, like when you really want to save your girlfriend, you remember everything about it.
Like
You know?
What about River City Girls? What if you want to save your boyfriend?
I'll save my boyfriend. You know.
now I think I did it at Extra Life, but yeah, no, I spent a lot of time just waiting for like my cousin, like when he was getting food or something, just like walking back and forth in that town, acting like I was walking with the girls in the town.
I don't know. The only time I ever played that game with Ryan was the NES port on 3DS.
Yeah. I still have that installed.
That was a lot of fun.
Yeah. Oh, also, I've been playing Gears of War 4. We're trying to, at least.
Gears of
How-
4.
Gears of 4, yes.
How do you think about that?
So I wanted to play it because like Gears of War 5 is out now, and I was like, well, I've been following. I played all 3 of the Gears of War games on Xbox 360, and I like that story enough to want to know what happens between 4 and 5.
Right. Gotta follow up on Dom.
Yeah, I got rest in peace, dude. Like,
Well, there was Domby, so.
sure. There's a part early on in Gears of War 4 where you're flashing back to the early parts of the you're going back to the Pendulum Wars, pre-Emergence Day. That Emergence Day is when the Locust arrived.
Yeah.
Ops.
And you see
600 PE.
sure, and you see Dominic Santiago, a young Dominic Santiago, alive and well,
Yeah.
and
Married.
and married. And it brought a tear to my eye because he's a hero, and around here we respect the troops.
There was some giant Gears of War man on my Chips Ahoy cookies.
What?
So
Wait. What?
there's some giant Gears of War fella on my Chips Ahoy cookies.
Okay.
Name is Dom Santiago.
No, I don't know this guy. He's not any of the old guys. I only know the old guys.
Sure.
He's none of them. But what I'm getting
His
at
name is Dominic.
is I might have something from my Chips Ahoy cookies for Gears of War 5 when you play that.
Sure.
Double XP or something. I don't know what they do with Gears.
Yeah, I'm not sure. Gears has never been a series because usually when they do that sort of thing, that's for like the multiplayer aspect of the video game.
Yeah.
I never really dive into the multiplayer of Gears of War. I play through the campaign and I go to the next one.
How do you feel about chocolate chip cookies?
I like chocolate chip cookies.
Okay.
And if I can get something video game related out of the chocolate chip cookies, then
We're halfway there.
more the better.
Was it Destiny that I was collecting tabs for?
I think it was.
Yeah, there was a lot of Red Bull going on with Destiny.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I remember I was giving those
Pac-Man
tabs
as well for a while.
I was getting those tabs for Birdo, but I feel like I did something for you as well, like a soda cap thing.
Yeah, that does sound familiar.
Yeah, you definitely did something.
It doesn't. It wouldn't have been Gears of War because I don't give enough of a shit about Gears of War to have you do something like that.
Also,
but
Street Fighter had Red Bull
Was it-
sponsorship for
Was
a
it
while.
Monster Hunter with Mountain Dew?
No, that'd be cool though. What'd you say, Tom?
Street Fighter did something with Red Bull for a while as well.
I don't remember that.
Yeah.
Dominic Santiago.
Yeah.
Dominic Schultz.
The ad costumes for quite a while were Red Bull logos.
I really miss playing Street Fighter, and I should start doing that again.
Yeah, you
Should.
should.
Yeah.
Have you been playing anything else?
Like case in point,
Oh.
Tom's never bought me stinkers. I like Street Fighter 5 a lot, and he paid $50 for that game for me.
You should play it.
I played a lot of it.
You should play it again.
I even streamed it a few times.
You should play it again.
Sure, I will. Bringing that bison back. But no, I haven't really. Oh well, I've been playing Persona 5. That game is like I don't know. I have Persona 1 or 2 on PS1. I can't remember which of the two I have.
Okay, so Persona 2 was broken up into 2 games, and North America only got one of those until the PSP. We only got the second one until the PSP.
And I also have Shin Megami Tensei Nocturne,
Yeah.
which is another one of those.
Yeah.
Yeah.
But yeah, Persona 5 is real fun.
Persona 2 has the lady with the hearts on her boobs. Is that the one you have?
No.
Okay, then you probably have Persona 1.
Yeah, I have the one with that. It's a feller.
Yeah.
It's a feller.
Revelations Persona. That's what it was called in the U.S.
Okay. I have the first one, I guess.
Yeah.
I got it, and the reason I got it when I worked at the GameStop.
The stop for games, yeah.
Sure.
Game shop.
Legally, we have to say the GameStop because we can't say it without without getting sued.
Or
no,
the Game Shop.
GameStop Inc.
Yeah.
Yeah.
This guy walked in one day.
Verge Games Inc.
He was like, I have a PlayStation 1 with all these games. I don't want it anymore. How much were you giving for it? We didn't take PlayStation 1s or PlayStation 1 games at the time. So I said, I'll give you $20 for it because that's what I had in my pocket.
Yeah.
He said sold, and I got written up for doing that on company time.
Persona alone's worth that.
Oh, I'm surprised on that because
You sell Persona for a lot of money.
Sure.
that's how I got I got 2 of my Legend of Zelda handheld stuff.
Yeah.
Is being like, oh, hey, like they're gonna give you this, but if I was like, I'm gonna take my break right now. If you want to go outside, I'll go buy that from you. I just didn't do it on camera.
By the way, speaking of Zelda stuff, I'm supposed to be getting a free Zelda 2DS.
Oh,
Hylian
nice.
Shield one.
Nice.
How's that?
It's a friend of mine. Don't want it anymore. And that one apparently is selling for a pretty penny nowadays.
How much is a pretty penny?
I don't know.
Cool.
Are you gonna gift it to me for my wedding?
No, I'm gonna play Elite Beat Agents on it.
Yeah, that's a good game.
When we get done with that, are you gonna gift
And
it to me for my wedding?
WarioWare Gold. I haven't played that yet.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, sure. I'll give it to you.
Yeah, I'm just kidding. I want your Vita.
It's all about Shanae.
Shanae, why do you want the Vita so bad? What is
Atomies. Atomies.
Here's the thing.
You got a million Otomis on your telephone and on your computer.
I'm gonna let
The
you.
better ones are on Vita.
I'm gonna let you. Okay.
Borrow it?
Yeah, but like, what are you gonna do? You're gonna buy games on my account?
Well, can't you log out of your account and I'll log into mine?
Yeah, maybe. I don't know. I've never logged out of an account on a Vita. Like, why would you?
I don't know. I tried to do that, like, because my girlfriend has a Vita, and I tried to log out of that sumbitch, and it's not an easy task.
Yeah,
All right, I'll look it up.
Yeah, somewhere.
Worst case scenario, I can always Venmo you some money.
Say scenario.
Scenario.
Don't say it like Mario.
Yeah. I like that though.
Yeah. Wahoo.
Scenario.
Yeah.
Why?
I don't know. Said scenario. It's funny.
Scenario. Same
Yeah.
thing.
So, what video games are we playing next? What's next on the horizon for us?
Oh,
Well,
we could talk about the.
You'd brought up, which I will probably buy day one, Blasphemous.
Oh yeah, that's just in a few days.
Yeah.
Yeah, I'm excited about that.
That looks really cool. I hope it's not bad, man. I hope like it
looks really, really cool.
visually stunning. I hope the
Yeah.
gameplay is just as good.
Yeah,
But like Persona's going to keep me busy for a while.
sure.
And I'm not like forcing myself to just play Persona.
Yeah.
But I'm trying to stick with it. You know, it's funny. Every time I come into a game that works in that way, where there's like a day-to-day thing, I think about like, would it be fun to play this one day, each day?
Yeah, but the days are so short, you know.
I know, but like it's only what, like 6-7 months, right? So like in less than a year, I would be through.
Yeah, it's like
I
going
think
through
you
the school year with them.
But
I think you should attempt that.
well, I did it with Night in the Woods.
Yeah,
But
I remember that.
This is so much longer than that, you know. So, and I feel like there's going to be points where I want to play more than one day.
Yeah,
So I don't know. We'll see.
yeah,
But I'm not forcing myself to rush through it, I guess is what I'm saying.
yeah. And so take time and enjoy it.
I will play other games in between, like Control, like Blasphemous.
Yeah,
But yeah, Blasphemous, man.
it's coming out on the Switch, right? A Switch and computer.
Is it not coming out on PlayStation?
I don't think so.
Oh, maybe that's why I couldn't find the pre-order.
Yeah, I don't think so. I don't think it's coming on PlayStation. I think it's
all
just
right.
Switch
I'll
and
play it
computer
on Switch.
because everything comes out on Switch.
Yeah.
So
I did just look up like games that are upcoming. I was like, what's coming up this year that like I want to play?
So much. Death Stranding.
I was gonna say Death Stranding. Me and Berta both want to play that. Pokemon Sword and Shield. I still want to play Borderlands 3. Will I buy it this year? Probably not.
I don't know when the Panzer Dragoon remake is, but I'm super psyched for that.
I just don't think Shanae, like with what I'm hearing about those Pokemons.
I'm gonna play it.
She wants to drink that juice.
Yeah.
I'm gonna drink that tea ghost juice.
I just I really hope that this game is something that Pokemon fans enjoy.
It looks great. Like, it looks really good.
I know a lot of people are upset about the national decks. Birdo's one of them.
It's a national deck.
It's where you
like for the Pokemon cards.
Who cares?
No, for the Pokemon in general, you can't get every single Pokemon in this game.
Yeah.
But they're go ahead.
Birdo's done that though. Like he's gotten every single Pokemon that you can get on one of his games.
Isn't there like 1,000 and
yes,
like it's just.
Here's the thing: every single time they add like 100 something more, right?
Yeah.
They've been doing these games since the original Game Boy.
Yeah.
At some point, they're going to be like, "Hey, we don't want to make all these fucking character models. Sorry."
Well, the thing is, they it wouldn't be that difficult to honestly do it. It's the first game to not do it.
No, it would be difficult to make all of those models over and over again. It is difficult.
Yeah.
The excuses they've been putting out there are bullshit. Anyways, but yeah, no, I want to play Sword and Shield. I don't know if Birdo wants to or not, but I do.
Yeah.
Yeah. Fuck Pokemon.
Don't do that. Nope.
I think it looks great. I will play it at some point, but like I don't care. Like people don't understand. It's why they got rid of the trophies in Smash Brothers. Like modeling that many things.
And like, why do they need all of them?
Yeah, they don't.
Right? Like they've okay, so
so you can have your favorite Pokemon with you.
But here's the thing.
Well, you got your new favorite. You can drink its fucking juice.
Yeah.
I mean,
why would you want other Pokemon, older Pokemon that you can't even drink?
Yeah.
In the game that has a Pokemon that you can drink.
Yeah.
There's actually a lot of Pokemon you could drink.
But
I'm calling it now. Nintendo's going to put out some fucking ecto cooler of that thing that you can drink at the store.
Cool.
Yes.
I'll drink it.
Buy it for me.
Well, I just like if you like there's these there are Pokemon that they're leaving out, but you've caught those Pokemon a million times already.
For like the majority of your life,
you
you've
need
been
to catch that
fucker.
Pokemon again.
You caught that fucking. I don't know. You caught that Geodude like a dozen times already.
What's the one
Let
that's
it
just
go.
a naked guy? You know what I'm talking about? There's one that's just a naked guy.
Mr. Mime?
Sure.
Machamp?
Is that the one? He's just like a dude, like in underpants.
Oh, I think you meant like completely naked, like no clothes. Yes, that would be Machamp. There's also Machop, Machoke, Machamp.
Yeah. I'm gonna go Machoke my dick.
I'm gonna choke my champ.
Oh man, that's dumb. That's some dumb shit.
But like, why?
Yeah, you don't need that shit again. You did it 12 times already. Leave it alone.
Yeah.
Yeah. So, what about you, Ryan? Real fast, and we're gonna play Tom's game.
Oh,
It's not a game. It's a segment.
It's a segment.
Jesus fucking Christ! You know what I mean?
Also, where's that whiskey, man?
What?
The whiskey we were promised.
I got you beer.
This isn't a surprise, is it? That's an Office reference.
Oh, fuck.
I don't know.
I don't give a shit about the games now. Tom, do your segment.
Hold on.
Okay.
Hold on. Don't be such a sore loser, Shanae.
10 seconds. 1, 2.
Never mind, Shanae. It's fine.
So,
Such a baby.
my new segment.
You had your chance.
We've got these old holy writings that I've held on to for some reason. For those that don't know, for the first good little bit of us doing this show, I was really good, and then for a while, these guys were good about taking notes, right, for different things.
Sure.
Whether it be what we wanted to talk about, or news for that week. We used to do news. We don't do news anymore. Or check it out things.
Yeah, we're getting older. We don't got time.
You can Google the news
We wrote
now.
down a lot of stuff.
You know?
And I kept these, and I thought, well, let's do a segment where we just look at a page.
Hold on. Is this a clip show?
No, it's not a clip show. Let's do a segment where we just look at a page and try to decipher what it was. Because I've looked at some of these, right?
Okay.
Some of them is like, what the fuck were we talking about?
Sure.
Some of them, it's very clear what we were talking about, right?
Yeah.
Can I?
So, no.
No,
Oh.
this is Tom's segment. He said
So, we're going to look at one page.
that. Mm-hmm.
Mm-hmm.
If it's something that's very clear, well, we'll know, hey, at this time, this is what was going on, and we can talk about what was going on then.
Oh, cool. Okay.
Okay.
Or if we don't know what the fuck it is, we'll try to decipher it.
Okay.
All right.
All right?
It's like the Da Vinci Code.
Yeah. So, here.
Tom, you've got really nice handwriting, dude.
You really do.
Thank you. So this 2G 1C, right? This was for
2 Girls, 1 Cup.
right a show that Ryan and I never really did.
2 games, 1 cup.
Right. We did I think an
Coffee.
episode,
Yeah.
and we
It's hard to
never
get up
we
that
never
early
put
in
it
the
on
morning.
YouTube. We
Yeah.
only ever
It was fun to make.
yeah.
This is a really cute Kirby on here.
Thank you. We only ever
You'll never see this. This
streamed
is too
it. Streamed it once on Twitch.
Yeah.
So yeah, I just had like ideas for that show.
What
is
was that
we're
show
looking
again?
at.
2 games, 1 cup.
We took 2 games and kind of compared them in this. Like we found some way in which those games would, were similar and talked about them, or drastically different. I don't know how I got Fallout 4 and Emily is away. I don't know how I attached those 2 games, but I did.
That video is lost forever because I don't remember what you said.
You also did like a super easy one, Saints Row 3 and Saints Row 4.
That was to talk about why Saints Row 4 sucks so much.
Yeah.
All right.
Then they crossed out, but I'm going to say it, Mario 64, Crash Bandicoot.
That's something we talked about. That was the one we talked about.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Okay.
3D platformers.
Rocket League X Evolve.
I don't know, Evolve. I don't know what I was thinking there.
Yeah.
But
Doom or Duke Nukem Forever, probably bringing them to the more modern day.
probably.
Maybe.
Sure. I mean, look, we don't need to read the whole page. That's just the gist of what we're going through.
She
Okay.
was proceeding at a pretty good clip.
You
there,
can
Tom.
go for it. Go for it.
There's Tetris and Street Fighter. I don't know what those combos
Man.
are, besides Tommy
I'm-
loves them.
All of these I had some topic for.
Yeah, sure.
At one point.
Smash
you know?
Bros. And PlayStation All-Stars.
That's obvious.
Ace Attorney and Danganronpa.
Also obvious.
Yeah.
Man, you
Yeah.
have such good handwriting. Oh, gosh. Crazy Taxi 1999 one versus Crazy Taxi 2010 one. Ovs. Super Mario.
What's different? This is the product placement and the music, but I don't know what else.
Yeah. Mario, Super Mario Run and Rayman Jungle Run.
Oh yeah.
Jungle Run's so good.
Yeah,
and
so really
Galaga
good.
and Killing Floor?
Oh, because they're both
horde shooters.
Horde modes, you see.
Yeah.
People don't think of Galaga as a horde mode.
But that's what it is.
So that's all the segment is.
Aha.
Let's look back. But look, if you go through some of these, right?
Yeah.
Look. Let's just look. Okay, what the fuck were we talking about here?
Let me see that.
It says
Nintendo, real fake. Xbox, real fake. Like, what the fuck was this? You know?
Oh, that was probably rumors and shit.
Maybe. I don't know.
Or I have an idea.
That's what I'm saying, though. There's a bunch of
I
this
have an
shit.
idea. There could also be we're just like, was this a real Xbox thing or a fake Xbox?
And I like this, like going back, like Scorpio? Question mark? You know?
Oh yeah.
It's fun stuff.
Yeah, it is
Yeah.
fun because now we know what it is, but we
Look,
didn't.
Dan Houser, an agent. I was, I want to know about it.
Yeah.
Yeah. So it could
That's
be
fun.
fun.
I
We'll
wanna-
try it for a couple episodes. If it sucks, we won't do it.
Oh, that was
But I held on to these for that purpose.
sure.
nice.
And yeah,
Good forward thinking.
sure.
Yeah.
I want to look through all those notebooks now.
No, you can't.
Can't.
You can't now.
Sure.
Well,
Not
we
right
made
now,
it-
but I want to look.
Next
through all
week
of them.
we'll pick one of these other notebooks that wasn't mine.
Sure. I think this one is mine.
At some point there was a Shanae notebook. Don't know what happened to that.
Yeah.
Um.
Whichever one
But
has the
there
crappiest
are-
handwriting.
Shanae
in
has
it.
written in some of these.
Yeah. Whichever one has the
Yeah.
crap. I think Shanae.
I have the worst handwriting of the three
I think
of us.
you probably would have written in this one. I know this. I think this one.
I
Oh,
didn't-
this one is
that
mine.
one's
It's got my
yours. That's
name
your
on
name
it.
on it.
That's what I'm saying. I got us all 3 composition
Yeah,
notebooks
yeah.
at one point. One of them was Shanae's.
That's
I think
definitely
I
mine.
have mine.
That's definitely mine.
at
That's my
apartment,
handwriting.
And I can, and I have other notebooks I've written show stuff in, and I can bring that in.
Yeah,
so
bring him in. Bring him in.
Yeah, bring
Yeah.
all that shit in. One day when we're rich
Look
internet
at
stars.
Escape from Tarkov, closed beta. Like, yes.
Yeah. Oh
You know?
yeah.
Yeah.
This I think this shit's mostly news in here.
Sure. Well, and a lot of minor news,
Yeah.
but a lot of them aren't.
Yeah.
A lot of check it out ones where I was like trying to remember bullet points for each game, and
Yeah.
like, yeah.
yeah, I'll have to find my stuff on that. Yeah, no, this is awesome.
Yeah.
Good
I like
idea.
that. I like that.
Good.
Yeah.
We'll try it out. If it sucks, it sucks. But
Yeah.
hopefully it's fun.
I'm gonna enjoy trying to decipher what's going on.
Also, one of you geniuses need to come up with a name for it because I'm
Oh.
just like, I don't know.
I forgot what you called it on the text.
I was
message.
just fucking around.
It's called Escape from Tarkov now.
Okay.
Is that-
Escape from Tarkov?
Yeah, it's Escape from Tarkov now.
All right, cool. So that's our show tonight. You can find us on most podcast apps, YouTube, browsers.
You don't have to do that anymore.
Yeah,
Shanae.
we're done with that.
Yeah.
Oh,
The
doing
joke's
it.
tired.
No.
Like these notebooks.
Ryan made me say it so often. I'm
Sure.
going to continue to say it just out of spite.
Sure. Hey, man, you're the host.
Yeah.
Yeah, no.
You do you.
Yeah, this
Petty.
is your show, man. We're just on it.
Oh, facts.
Sorry.
Bye,
you're good.
guys.
Later.
Bye.